Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, welcome back to a new best of 5. Today we're going to be having a look at a series played between, in the bottom right spawning as the red Zerg player playing for Team Clash. It's going to be Reynor. And in the top left spawning as the blue Terran player playing for my own team, Team Liquid, it's going to be Clem. And Clem is opening up with a different build order here than I usually see him do. We see a gas first coming out of the young French Terran. Now, what does a gas first do if you compare it to a non-gas first build? It delays your barracks by a couple of seconds. That's one of the negative side effects, by about 3-4 seconds. Usually a barracks finishes at 127. In this case, that's going to be somewhere between 131 and 132. It does get you, however, about 50 extra gas by the time the barracks finishes. So you're gonna have extra gas and less minerals as well, of course, as you start mining gas earlier. So your eco is going to be slightly worse, and it is noticeable. It's noticeably worse. Okay, your CC is also going to be delayed as a result because you're gonna have slightly less minerals, and it kind of snowballs like that. You know what I'm saying? Your CC is going to be delayed by like 3-4 seconds. 138, a standard timing for a command center. Now we see it go down at 140, 141 maybe even. So a faster factory, but a slower economy is what Clem decides to go for. Factory goes down and the reactor should start ASAP as well. The most standard opener, of course, being barracks gas. In that case, you open up with a Reaper, then you go into a Marine, and then a reactor. But here, the reactor will start straight away. The first two Hellions will be out faster, and this has to go into a second gas. There is no way that he doesn't get a second gas and then goes straight into triple CC. Yep, there we go. So even though Clem very often plays regular triple CC builds, he also plays some regular double gas builds. This time he's gonna be going for a gas first into double gas. This Reaper should not be able to do anything because it just arrived 3-4 seconds later. I'm not sure if Reynor is aware of that, but if he knows his timings very well, perhaps he can get something out of that. I honestly would be surprised if Reynor at this point doesn't already know. I don't think we're gonna see much of a difference in his playstyle, but it is important. Oh my god, this control is just freaking godly, isn't it? Gets one Ling, almost got another one as well. And this is with a 3-4 second delayed Reaper, which actually is a really big deal, because you only have like 10-12 seconds before the Queen comes out, so there's like a solid 25, maybe even 30% less that you're not going to be using. The follow-up here is going to most likely be a Banshee, I would assume at least, the way that this game is shaping up. It might actually be a Raven with how the money is looking. Look at that. Look at the amount of gas that's here. This could potentially be a Raven. Oh, it's going to be a Banshee. I know Clem has been playing a little bit of Raven openers, and he's been liking them as well. Two cars managed to run by. Link speed is done, I believe. But link speed is very nice, but you do need to have some links for that. Two Hellions get in and we'll be able to take out, well, 4 drones. That's a pretty good trade, especially because he also managed to deny the mining on this base for quite some time. The two Hellions also will be going into the natural. This might actually end a little bit worse for Clem, don't know. We'll just get a drone and get out alive for free. This Overlord's going to get a full free scout. I mentioned earlier that if you open up with gas first, you go reactor straight after the Reaper, which means you don't have a single Marine to fight off the Overlord. That Marine would need to come after you build the tech lab on your barracks for the Banshee, or after the tech lab on your barracks after you already built the first tech lab. So that's a really late Marine is basically what I'm trying to say, and the Overlord will have a free scout up until then. Now Clem went up to 6 cars. Of course, he actually built 8 cars, but 2 of them died already. And thus he has 6 remaining. That is how mathematics work. See this Banshee moving in right now. Not quite sure what this bad boy is up to, but I don't think he's going to be able to achieve too much. This is a pretty fast cloak, I'm not going to lie. Oh! Did you see that? He just single controlled in a drone into an extractor to dodge a shot. That was an absolutely beautiful move. I like that a lot. Baning nest now on the way here for my good friend Reynor. as he might be afraid of something like a hellbat attack. Well, actually, he knows it's not a hellbat attack, right? Like he sees the fact that okay, now this is a triple CC, and it's going to be going into a couple of barracks as well. We have 5 Hellions out still. One of the Hellions died. I already saw one of the Hellions was pretty low. Not surprised that it kicked the bucket. One Banshee's gonna fall. I'm not quite sure what they managed to achieve, but it doesn't look like a whole lot. And honestly, this first game here on Lightshade isn't looking all that brilliant for the French Terran. His eco isn't great. It's not like he's gonna be able to hit a really tight timing with his 2 medevacs. And Clem is, Reynor is just happily spreading creep. He is droning up again. We'll be going up to 66, or actually 67 workers at this point. The only thing lacking is an Evo chamber, but as I say that, to get thrown down, this is how you know that great minds think alike. Is if they do the same thing as me, and you know, alright, this is truly greatness. This spore is a little bit out of position, no? Should be like 1 hex to the left, I think. Because now it's gonna be hard to cover like some of those left side dudes. Banshee rolls in, gets 3 more kills, and will be moving back. Now these Hellions are looking for damage, but I don't think they're gonna be able to get it. Or maybe they're not looking for damage and they're just looking to control this choke. This is one hell of a surprise, by the way, if you're a Zergling. Just bumming about. And bam, 5 Hellions in the bushes. You can't even see them. Look at these guys. Hellions look really cool, I think. Underrated unit for sure. Underrated unit for sure. What are we doing here, Clem? What are the plans? What actually are the plans here for Clem? I'm not quite sure. Most likely he's gonna move with the first 2 medevacs to some location. Holy crap, he has like no marines here. Did he already fight and lose a couple of marines? No, he didn't. He just had no marines ready. We'll be able to get an overlord and maybe even a drone. The answer on the overlord is yes. On the drone, no. We have a oh! That's a beautiful move. That also was a beautiful move. That was a really good split. Quick response there out of the Italian Zerg player, who is definitely one of the fastest players that I've ever witnessed. With an average APM of 440 and a current APM of about 839. The kid is pretty freaking quick. Armory is going down and 2-2 should start soon here for Clem. We have 2 little... actually, we have 3 groups here on the map. And Clem will once again show his ability to multitask here. These Hellbats are going to be moving into the 3rd base, but should just get caught here by a couple of banelings, I can only assume. Yep, exactly what's going to happen. This feels more like a distraction than like an actual attack that needed to do any damage. 2 of these medevacs are going to try to drop into the 4th base. And Reynor... Well, what is wrong with Reynor's position here? His worker count isn't extremely high. 77 isn't the amount that he probably... Oh my god, this mine was great. Hit a big portion of those banelings. Now we see... well, these 2 banelings will be able to get a couple of kills. Medevacs will heal up the rest of these SCVs. And Clem decides, hey, I can still move forward here. Maybe... dish out a little bit of damage, takes out a lot of creep here on the left side, making a potential 5th base very difficult. Now he's moving in as well. No, goes for the hatchery rather than straight away for the queen or straight away for the drones. Good control on these medevac, needs to be careful. Always so tricky when you're playing against spores. 2 workers going down on the side of Clem though, as Reynor set up a counter attack as well. This is what, 10, 12 marines? Terrible at counting, but it's 10 marines exactly. We'll be able to take out a, holy crap, a crap ton of Lings. Oh my good lord. Absolute slaughter, like walking into machine gun fire over there. And now another pickup. Clem just keeps dropping and re-dropping in the same bases. It's so annoying to play against this type of stuff. You think you finally dealt with it. Now he's actually going to move forward completely. He's smelling blood. I'm not quite sure if I agree with him being this far out on the creep. I do agree that he has a nice little army lead. And he, well... right now he just doesn't have the upgrade lead yet. He could wait a little bit and he'd have a fantastic upgrade lead because Reynor didn't really manage to get his 2-2 in. Sure, he has his hive on the way, but his +2 carapace only is halfway done. His +2 attack or his +2 melee is starting just now. Oh, Clem was looking... That's an ambitious project, my friends. If you can take down a spawning pool, that is really, really big. That actually is huge. Infantry weapons level 2 about to finish up. Clem needs to pay attention. He is paying attention. He's always paying attention. This drop's going to be going down into this 5th base location. I actually think he could have stayed here for a little bit. I'm surprised he picks up immediately. Perhaps afraid of queens moving in. Where did the 8 workers die? I can't even see it. Somehow a mine drop managed to head into this base. There's so much action happening right now. 5 medevacs. 1 medevac. Actually, this is 6 medevacs and there's 5 marines. So there's 1 medevac that is third wheeling, or in this case 6th medevacing. If medevacing was a verb. Spore's gonna move to fight both of these mines off. I think this mine might actually be able to get a shot off. Yep, we'll be able to do that indeed. 3 more drones go down. I can't even see where this stuff is happening. I just don't know where the drones went down. And now all of a sudden, Reynor is down to 61 workers. He's building 10 new ones. He's getting an Ultralisk Cavern as well. 4th base is already landed for Clem. 5th base should be starting soon as well, to really start getting into that late game. The control of the pace and the momentum that Clem has been using this game has been absolutely fabulous though. And now he's moving forward with a bunch of mines as well. A crap ton of marines, and I think this 5th base is just straight up going to fall. Massive run by is the answer here out of Reynor, who keeps a bunch of banes at home, but I'm not quite sure if that's going to be enough. He's going to be moving into it, and yeah, that actually wasn't enough. I'm not sure why I pretended that fight was going to be going well for Reynor here. Single Marauder will stand on the front line and say to the banelings, please hit me. Just taking punch after punch. Clem might need to run back a little bit to some of his mines. He's actually going to lose a bunch of his Widow mines here. That sucks, because these Widow mines are... well, they're cheap, but you'd ideally have as many as possible. More mines is more fun. This pool's actually going to go down. That is really, really sad here for Reynor, who wasn't really paying attention and didn't A-move for a little bit with those circlings. Does he have Adrenal yet? No Adrenal glands either. Well, now there's not going to be Adrenal for a while, as he can't even build a single Zergling at the moment. I think Clem is just in a little bit too much of a dominant position at this point. He'll just be able to keep rallying across the map. Reynor can't find the space to build any drones at this point, and that's a real issue because he's down about 14 workers. He wants to once again set up a massive counterattack. The problem is that Clem is pretty ready, honestly. Like he's down with this. This mine is also down with it. It's one of the most aggressive landmines I've seen in my life. Can you imagine that in modern war? If mines would just start running towards your army, that'd be a rather scary sight, especially at the speed which these mines burrow with. Liberator gets set up. There's only a single, no, there's 3 mines with this army. There's once again a big run by. Reynor being very consistent with these run bys. The problem is not necessarily him not doing enough damage, because he's doing a good amount of damage. The problem is that Clem at the same time is doing a similar amount of damage, and Reynor professes his love for a certain type of shoe as he leaves the game number 1 here on Lightshade. Clem takes game number 1. Number 2 between Clem and Reynor. Clem in the bottom left. The thing that I always find so impressive about Clem is that he doesn't really cheese or play weird stuff. He has a very simple plan, and the plan is as follows, okay? He opens with whatever he wants to open with. Most of the time he likes to play something into triple CC, whether that's Banshee or a 2 Hellion into triple CC. You go into 3 racks, you start dropping your first 2 medevacs. Your second 2 medevacs or your third medevac go to a different location, and you start denying a little bit of creep. You go up to 5 barracks, 2 factories, you throw down a 4th base, make sure that your upgrades keep going, and you're just going to keep adding onto one of these sides. So you basically have 2 sides, one on the left side, one on the right side. Sometimes you rotate a little bit towards the middle, but you always have 2 control groups or 2 groups of units that are either denying creep or attacking a base. And you just do that continuously. You add mines into the mix. Once your 4th base starts, you add 3 more barracks and go into marauders, and that's it. That is the entire plan of Clem. That is how Clem wants to play. That is how Clem plays, and that's really it. That's all he does. Everyone knows that that's exactly what he does, and he still just wins with it almost every single time. It's because he's so darn fast. He's just so ridiculously good at doing what he does that it's almost impossible to take him out. So, curious to see if Reynor this time around is going to switch it up perhaps a little bit. So we see this Overlord moving to a more dead location. Creep here looking a little bit patchy. It's not the creep that I would want if I'm a queen. If I were a queen, I think I would understand. Third base going down. This is looking like, well, nothing yet. Could be a starport. Clem on Oxide tends to like Banshee builds because Roaches are a little bit more popular here on this map. Mule gets pulled off here. Ooh, that's a... Wait, what? Did we skip Ling speed here and go straight into a lair? Okay, this is... Yeah, it's gonna be going into... This is weird gas mining, by the way. A single guy in this gas and 3 in this one. This has to be a Nidus, almost for sure, but... just a Ling Nidus in that case, or what? Do you still get speed, or you do slow Lings? I don't actually know this build order at all. We see this Overlord getting in position at least, and there's nothing here patrolling the edges. Okay, it's gonna be a Roach Warren. Now he's gonna be going 3-3 into gas, and does he just straight up start? Yep, straight up starts the Nidus. Let's see if Clem's going to be capable of scouting this. I don't think so, because let's be real here. There's only 3 queens though. Oh, this is like a fake creep spreading queen. Look how cool that is. Look how cool. Oh my god, he gets 2 tumors. For a second I was afraid that he was actually gonna run by, and that would be really bad for Reynor, but in this scenario, I mean, what can Clem really do? He just doesn't have the units ready, does he? There's going to be 4 queens. There's going to be a Nidus here in the main base, 6 Roaches. Hey, this just looks really bad for Clem. How is Clem supposed to actually defend this with this opener? I guess if you have a Marine patrolling over here, you'll see it. But even then, if they build it here, that would still be tricky. I guess you do have a lot of vision around your base with all the units rallying out usually. Now the first Banshee's on the way, but so are the first, what is it, 7, 8 Roaches. Nidus goes down. Marine is going to scout it. Is the response quick enough out of Clem? The answer is no. I don't think it is. Mules get pulled off the line as well. Do get sent back immediately. Yeah, this is just gonna get up. It's gonna get up, and I think Clem, as a result of that, is also just going to... Whoop, wait, he actually gets it? Next night is also gonna go up though. There's just not enough DPS in this army. Banshee is about to finish up with Cloak, but there is an Overseer already. There's no Marauders on the way. Mines are being produced right now. A couple of these Roaches actually have been going down, and Clem's putting up as much as a defense as possible. But the problem is there's no timer on this push whatsoever. It's not like Clem says, hey, I have 3 tanks on the way, or hey, I have insane production out of my barracks. No, he's building 2 mines, now a mine and a Hellion and a Marine at the same time. That's it. That's really all he has. And I mean, you can micro these units all you want, but let's be real here. You're not going to be able to out-kite Roaches with your Hellions. You're just lacking the range. He's doing a pretty decent job at it though, and this Banshee's also still staying alive. Got 5 kills already. Majority of that's going to be Roaches, but Clem says, no, I can't hold this. Taps out, and Reynor takes game number 2. Game number 3 here is going to be played on Blackburn. As Clem once again not opening up with any type of proxy barracks. I think this is the one thing that I mention this a lot whenever I cast a Clem game, but I feel like this is his main weakness, is the fact that he doesn't 2-rax, or hardly ever 2-raxes. If he would 2-rax, he would be such a scary dude. Look at this! Reynor so respects Clem so little that he sends his Overlord straight across the map. This is insanity. This is not... Oh, actually, he's playing pool first, so then it's always allowed. But I'm actually very surprised he goes for a pool first here, because Clem always SCV scouts. Playing pool first against Clem, it either means that you're going to cheese, or it means, well, nothing really. It just means you're going to cheese. So he's going to cheese, because Clem is going to scout the pool first, so it can only be for a Roach build. There's nothing else that is here. It's just not possible. Clem is the ultimate scouter, alright? Reactor first! You gotta be kidding me. This I haven't seen him play either. Yeah, it's gonna be a straight Roach Warren here. I wonder if this SCV is going to be able to just pop in and scout it or not. I don't think so. I really don't think so. 4 links are out. Is he going to dodge that SCV or is he going to try to kill it? I think he'll try to kill it. That's already a little bit suspicious, no? If my name was Reynor here, or if my name was Clem, I'd be a little bit suspicious. Look at this. Look how hard he's trying. What a tryhard. With a denial. Look at that. Yeah, he's actually going to try to go in. Oh, no, he's going to try to pop out. He's actually going to be able to get it very far away. Reynor, of course, did see the reactor first. And I say, of course. Yep, of course. Factory's going down as well. And it's going to be a lot of Marines, that's for sure. The problem here is, or the question here is what will the follow be? It's 2 gas. Okay. Starport will start behind this. And then what? You get 2 Hellions? That's going to be it. I mean, it's not going to be very good. He's going to freaking die. Mine! This is actually the best builder that you could probably have. You're going to have a crap ton of Marines. You're going to have a blind mine. I thought he was going to swap these 2 and maybe go for like a Hellbat push or something. With like 4 Hellbats. But no, he's actually just doing a 6 Marine mine drop. This is ideal stuff right here. Bunker gets created on the high ground. Clem is semi-aware of what's happening or what? How does he know this? How does he figure all this stuff out? That's actually very impressive. Needs to make sure that the mine doesn't shoot on those links. Retarget, retarget, retarget. Oh, he's gonna lose it. That's a dead mine. That's a dead mine. Very frustrating. Now this bunker isn't gonna go up. Oh no. Well, the bunker is eventually gonna get up, but yeah, it's gonna take a while. And now it's gonna get taken out immediately as well. Ravager gets shot. Wait, this is nothing. Yeah, it's push awful. I mean, this was just a blind counter out of Clem, probably. He just owned it. Like, actually just owned it. The game is... Well, it's not over, but... This is crap for Reynor. He doesn't have a 3rd base yet. Has a queen count that is god-awful. And he only has 4 minutes into the game. And Clem right now says, well, that was really bad. And I say, yeah, I think so too, Clem. Clem's just gonna go hunting for overlords at this point, and maybe even go into, well, could be Banshee or Raven. Both are completely viable. I'd say get a Banshee out, right? I wanna get a, well, actually he has so much gas. Get a Raven out. He's gonna go for a Banshee. A couple of extra Hellions are being produced here as well. And here we have the 6 Marines, and these guys are on a mission, and their mission is to take out as many units as they can. There's no real defense here either for Reynor, I have to admit. Good individual Marine micro. Look at that. Would you look at that? That is absolutely fantastic. Hop. Go shoot things, my friend. Hop. All of these... Oh, there's 1 queen going down. And that's a pickup. And that's a pickup. What's Reynor's plan for now? What's he gonna follow up with? It's a Hellbat attack. Okay. Okay, so Clem's gonna follow this up with a Hellbat attack, which is a little bit odd. As we might remember, there's a Roach warren already, and Roaches do very well against Hellbats. It is possible that it works. I mean, Cloak is gonna be done. There's no Spore in any of the bases. I feel like this Banshee might just be able to end the game. These cars need to be so freaking careful right now, though. Do get out alive. Not quite sure how. 5 Roaches on the way all of a sudden. The Cloak is about to pop off as well. Overseer's here, though. Overseer's... Where are you? Why can't I click you? Okay, Natural Overseer. Spore right now on the 3rd base. Here come the cars. Here comes the Banshee. These Roaches are taking a lot of damage, though. Now these cars are going to turn into Hellbats, which means that these links are going to be basically useless. This medevac is not being micro, though. Clem, hello? Can we get a little bit of micro on the medevac? Yeah, but it's too late. As the Queen gets its final dart in. 3 Hellions right now moving forward. 3 more actually popping up here as well. These 2 Banshees are just going to end the game, aren't they? There is... Wait, where's the Overseer? Overseer is still here, so we should be able to see these Banshees at least. But I don't think he's going to be able to do much else with these Queens and these Roaches. I mean, there's just too many units here out of Clem. Clem's absolutely destroying this game right now. and be taking the lead in this best of 5 against Reynor. GG gets called, and Clem wins game number 3. We'll be heading straight into game number 4. Game number 4 in this best of 5 played on 2000 atmospheres. It's one of these maps that tends to provide rather long and intense games. I'm not even quite sure why. It's not that great of a defensive map, it just produces good games. I like this map a lot. 2000 atmospheres, good map, very good map. What's this? This was not a gas first, no, this was just their standard barracks first. Into gas. So no shenanigans this time around out of Clem. Clem says, you know what, I'm feeling pretty confident, and Reynor so far has just been all-inning a bunch, right? The one game he won was with a Nidus all-in. The last game he tried a Roach all-in. What's Reynor gonna do this time around? And the answer is, we don't know yet. We can't look into the future. Pool's gonna be constructed here in the main base for Reynor. So I'm always surprised that they build their pool like this. Now, people say you build your pool close to the edge of the creep or something like that, so you can have some spotting with that pool. But against Terran, the likelihood of a Terran dropping you here is pretty large. And your pool is just so vulnerable, you just build it here. Maybe it's like a distraction. Also, it creates a natural choke between like these two buildings, which means that Marines can walk in there pretty easily. I'm always surprised when I see pools like this. Sometimes people build like a pool here, and they're creating like a perfect little, a little cave, a little nook where the Marines can stand and shoot from behind cover at the incoming Lings. All done by Zergs. Zerg's not the great city planners, I'm gonna be real with you. They don't think too much about city planning because they only have very little buildings. Both Terran and Protoss, of course, need a lot of production facilities. But all that Zergs really need is a hatchery to produce. Which produce of larvae rather than actually out of a tech facility. Like we do in Stargate, robotics facilities, or out of a gateway. Clem's gonna pick off a single Ling here with that Reaper. And as a result, we'll be very happy. Once again, no third base yet, by the way. Surprising. Usually you see that third base go down at around 220, 225, 230, maybe 235. But this is really quite late. And this has to do with the fact that he plays 4 queen, maybe? I don't actually know. I don't know what the reason is, or what the reasoning behind it is. Like, why would he want to delay that base? I don't actually know. So I'm not gonna speculate. No, I am gonna speculate. I think it's because he wants an extra queen. That's the reason that I think it is. It could also be completely wrong, though. That's the beauty of speculation. Oh, that's a dead Reaper right there. Clem staying around a little bit too long. No! Hellion comes in just in time to save its butt. Stim. Orbital command goes down in the main base. So Clem opening up with a triple CC into... Wait, this is really fast stim. Oh, this is the 2 Rex build. I thought this second Rex was a starport. I completely misread that. That's my bad. Okay, so what we're going to be seeing here is 4 cars this time around into a double Rex into starport. Now, starport is really fast, and you see this reactor is not going to be done yet. The question is, will he open up with a single medevac because of that, or will he not? Sometimes you see this happen. Sometimes you don't see it happen. These 4 Hellions are still trying to deal some damage. Yeah, I think he's just going to straight up wait for the reactor. I also don't mind that completely. Reaper took a little bit of damage. And honestly, they dealt no damage whatsoever. It's not really necessary when you play this type of build order opener as Clem. Look at the double control group here. Clem actually not paying attention whatsoever. And as a result of that, Reynor's going to be able to kill 1 Hellion for free. And also kill the Reaper. So nice pick off there. Clem usually is the one that wants to be doing damage in this early game. But so far he's been the one taking the damage. Now has a barracks on the way as well. We see this reactor on the factory about to finish up. That's cool. No combat shield yet. Doesn't quite have the money for it. So we see a command center is being landed on that third base. Double E base about to finish up. Yep, behind the natural as always. Clem is a good boy. Creep thread's looking absolutely fabulous, by the way. The nice purple carpet that the Zerg is rolling out here. Opposite to the red carpet, this is not something... This is not a welcome sight, alright? There's a red carpet somewhere, you walk on it, you get your pictures taken. You walk on the purple carpet, you get blown up by banelings. It's a different experience, but perhaps both of those are exciting. This looks like a potential run-by to me. Well, technically, it's not a run-by yet, but yeah, so a potential run-by. That does look like a potential run-by. These Marines managed to snipe off one queen and then pick off. Second medevac is going to go to the far right side here, most likely. I'd say this general area. That medevac's also a little bit late. We now have 6 banelings being morphed in as... good lord, what's the name? Centrifugal hooks, there we go. Is going to finish up. So Clem needs to respond quickly here. The question is, can he? The answer usually is yes. Reynor is waiting, you see that? He's waiting for something to happen. He's gonna send in his Ling bane here, and then he'll send this in. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful coordination between these two armies, and Clem is not paying attention. Gonna be losing a crap ton of workers here. 13 workers straight down the drain. Absolutely beautiful. And these are the small things that matter so much. Reynor could have just gone in at a time where nothing is happening, but instead he pauses the run by a little bit and says, no, I'm gonna engage your main army, force a lift off there, and then at the same time I'm gonna run in. And there was nothing Clem could do about it because he needed to be controlling this medevac army. Absolutely fantastic play here out of the Italian Zerg, showing that we are of course human and that we don't have unlimited attention. We can be looking, microing our army and checking our third base at the same time. That was a beautiful display of skill and understanding of how this game works at a very high level. And not just understanding, but also the ability to execute something like that is not easy. He makes it look easy. Okay, this is gonna go into the main base right now. 8 Marines. Don't think we'll be able to do very much. Yeah, this just looks like a free pickup again. Yep, indeed we'll go for the straight pickup. 130 supply still here for Clem though. And we also have about 130 supply here for Reynor. So even though he did a bunch of damage, Clem's still in absolutely fine position here. Because he's gonna get one of these queens as well. And now starts moving into an area that is gonna be difficult to engage into. Look at this, look at this! The trays that Clem is taking here are so sick. It's so silly how good he is. Cars are going to be joining up with these medevacs right now. This is a combination we don't see every day. Actually will end up turning into hellbats. Mines being burrowed hopefully soon. Big Ling run by though. We'll be able to take out a lot of these workers here on the third base. But there's almost nothing at home right now. These Marines are going to be walking in. But it's only 7 Marines. This is a way larger force. The problem here for Clem is that he doesn't have much at home. All of these SCVs are going to be going down. Well, at least managed to evacuate some of them as to the depot lifts. There's a Marauder here, but 20 workers have gone down. Same time we have this fight over here. I don't think Clem can quite end the game here, though. There's just not enough. He's going to be losing a lot of Marines and... Oi, 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 oi. Armory is going to get taken out most likely as well. These... Banelings don't get sniped in time. And the confidence of Clem in his Marines is so high that sometimes they just die tanking a baneling shot to the face. It's of course completely okay. 55 army supply here for Clem against the 48 out of Reynor. We'll see. You know what? We'll see what's going to happen here. And it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't actually surprise me if Reynor is going to be winning this game, because he's in a big position right now. 4th orbital command. Clem realizes he needs the money, needs the muling, and perhaps also needs the scan soon. Is there a hive on the way yet? No, there's not. Is this just pure Ling bane off of 72 workers? 5th base is being reconstructed at this point, and Clem is looking a little bit weak here. Oh my god, that was a huge mine shot. Holy crap. Clem's trying his best to get anything done here. Reynor just keeps pushing forward. Once again, he'll force a lift on this base. Baneling's rolling into the third for a third time, I think. Or maybe even a fourth time. Oh, what? Took out one of his refineries as he didn't like the way the structure looked. He said, I have enough gas already. We'll be going back to mining minerals from now. Don't even dare. 2 more banelings rolling in, but there's not even any SCVs to kill. That is just adding insult to injury. Like, oh, you don't even have any SCVs to kill? I'll just blow them up on these 2. It's not worth it, but whatever. I'm so rich anyways, what Reynor's saying. We'll be getting 30 more links. Hive should start, though. Because I like that how Reynor is using his army, but he still eventually will need to transition into something else, right? And I think Hive is a very logical follow-up here, because, well, there's really nothing else here on layer tech. Can't just randomly go into mutas at this point. Doesn't make sense. Adrenal 3-3 upgrades. Maybe even a lurker then are things that definitely could be helping. I also wouldn't mind another 10-12 workers here for Reynor. We still don't have drilling claws. Look how low all of these marines are as well. Banelings! No, not whip! Oh my god. Talking about dodging a bullet, but now it's not going to be the case. Huge baneling connection and an insta-GG out of Clem as he loses. What was that actually? How much supply did he lose? Against those baneling mines. Has to be like, legit like 30, no? 104? Yeah, actually, 20. 104 to 84. 20 supply of marines, though, that's quite a bit. Alright, we'll be heading into game number 5 between Reynor and Clem. The final game of this best of 5. Final game of this best of 5 is going to be played on Romanticide, and what a banger of a final map. I said before that 2000 Atmosphere tends to provide long games. And if 2000 Atmosphere provides long games, then Romanticide provides hour-long games and just insanely long games. I don't actually know the word, well, longer games, I guess, would be would be what I want to say. Romanticide would provide longer games, and they tend to be relatively slow at the start, but they pick up speed really quickly into the mid game because there's so many angles that the Terran can take. The only problem here is that Zerg has a more difficult time getting runbys in. That's the one thing that Reynor tends to rely on in his macro games, is not so much just perfect defense, because there's no such thing. You can't defend perfectly against there. No, you need to get these runbys. Looks really nice, by the way, these little... I'm not sure what these are. It's like the minerals just popped out of the ground. I've never seen this before, I think. It's also done on this side. The ground just moving up a little bit. Looks cool. Nice. Good job, map maker. I think the map maker... Maybe every mineral patch has that. No, not the case. Nice. Okay, well, in that case, good job, map maker. We're going to be getting a Reaper out here. A second depot as well. This is semi-exciting, I would say. We have Clem in his comfort zone. I wouldn't mind having a cheeky Raven opener, though. I know this is not the greatest map for it. This is not really the greatest map for big Hellion counts, anyway. I am a little bit excited for big Hellion counts, but I don't think we're going to be getting any big Hellion counts. It is Romanticide. It's an easy map to defend here. Very easy map to defend. We could follow the Reaper, or we could be following this SCV back home. That's one. Might get a second one, actually. No. Yeah, I think... Oh, click! Hello? Oh my god, couldn't even target fire a moving Ling. What a noob. Target firing individual Lings, actually really tricky. And doing all of that... Oh my god, he gets 3. Are you joking? I take it back. It's actually really easy. Everyone can do it. As long as you play like 30,000 hours of StarCraft 2. Been playing since you were like 9. Freaking Clem is actually ridiculous, this guy. He's so good. Oh! Oh my, why do I speak? First I say that the links are hard to click, then he clicks 3, then I say Clem is so good, and he walks his Reaper straight into 2 queens and loses it. This is really painful, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why this is so painful, okay? The reason why losing that Reaper is so painful isn't necessarily because the Reaper is the greatest unit that you'll ever have, okay? The Reaper actually kind of sucks. But the purpose of the Reaper is to make sure that there's no links on the map. Right now, Clem doesn't know if there's 7 links over here or not. And actually moving out these first 2 Hellions, that wasn't too risky. But moving out the second 2 is going to be quite risky. Because there could just be 8 links right here. So you move these out. Imagine 8 links running in at this point. You just lose a mule, you lose 2-3 workers. And that's why losing that first... Oh, is Raven? Yes. That's why losing that first Reaper is relatively bad. Because you just lose vision of the map. That is the main issue. That really is just the main issue. Because the Reaper by itself is just a crap unit. No offense, Reaper. Like, you're not very useful to this stage anymore. Oh my god, these cars are gonna be running in. And is there any links in position? No. Well, there's 6 more links out or coming out at this point. I'm a little bit surprised that he decides to send these cars in like that, because let's be real here, he's going to be going into a Raven and car count is pretty important. 3 workers will go down and a full SCV pool or a full drone pool. This is not the dream start that Clem was hoping for. Now this Raven is going to start moving out, maybe try to clear a little bit of creep. I really do like Ravens, but losing 4 Hellions like that? Dang, that's painful. He's going to be going into 10 cars before getting his barracks. Now, I wouldn't want to call it slow, but it's definitely not fast either. This Raven's looking for some damage. Oh, boom. Oh my god! Wasted 50 energy on a drone that dies anyway. Oh, that's pretty cool. I did like that. I like the intention. The intention was good. The problem was that I don't think transfusing drones is actually worth it. I don't think it's better probably just spread some creep. Save the transfuse to a unit that actually matters. No offense, drones. 6 cars are going to be moving in. This time, is there anything ready here? You gotta be kidding me. He's gonna do it again. He's gonna do it again. Oh no, 6 Hellions moving into the main base, and this time there's going to be a crap ton of damage. I can guarantee you that. There's absolutely nothing here. There is a Ling run by on the other side. 5 workers have gone down on the side of Clem. Clem decides to actually focus on an extractor a little bit here. 9 workers have gone down. Hey, 9 workers is good. Don't go. Oh yeah, he needs one more shot. He needs. Oh, good splits. Oh, look at the splits. Look at the splits. Unbelievable. 11 workers for 6 Hellions and 6 SCVs at home. This was a good trade for Reynor once again. Once again, a good trade for Reynor. Look at this. He doesn't even have a reactor yet on his 3rd barracks. This is ridiculous. Clem's gonna have no pressure whatsoever. Reynor can actually just drone up to... There's 65 here, I think. He can actually just keep droning up. But, hello? Hey, that's what I'm thinking. Go back home. What the world were you guys doing? Holy crap. 4th base is coming up right now. I wouldn't mind a 5th base either. They're just gonna go straight to 66 workers here. Clem can't do anything. The pressure out of Clem is so small right now. This army also freaking sucks, because he just doesn't have any DPS here. What's he gonna... He's like 10 Marines. He wants 16 Marines here. Mines with the next push. His mines are gonna suck and not do anything. I can guarantee. No, I can't guarantee, but I have a feeling. I have a feeling these mines just won't do very much here, because there's just not enough Marines with this yet and nothing else is happening. So it's super obvious what's happening. Reynor can just use his big brain and all of his attention onto these mines. There we go. First mine gets taken out by one of the Lings. Second mine, splits off the wrong Ling. Might be able to take out this mine here on the left though, if he's paying attention. He's not right now. This mine might actually be coming back. Raven wants to come back in as well and is going to be throwing up a turret. Second turret is going down as well. Maybe one more turret over here is a possibility. What's the kill count here? 4 kills so far on this Raven. But as long as it stays alive, it might be able to get kills, of course. We'll get a turret here on the low ground. And this one might actually get some drones. 2, 3, 4. 3 kills. 3 drone kills. That's not bad. These Marines at the same time also doing some damage. And even though that early game for Clem wasn't all that, he still manages to pull ahead in supply right now. This 2 medevacts over here are dropping. We have a, what is this, a 4-mine? Oh, this is drilling class. Drilling class isn't done yet though. There's no way this works. I like it. No, we'll be able to save actually one of them. Loses all. Oh my god, Evo chambers. Providing a lot of coverage for these Marines, and that's an issue. Oh, good baneling snipes here. Very nice baneling snipes even. Very nice baneling snipes, I do like that. +2 is being researched here for, what's this, for Clemmy? Not 2-2 on the way. +1 isn't even done yet. Wait, did he lose an Evo chamber? No, he didn't. Losing an Evo chamber is really bad, especially if you lose the Carapace Evo chamber. Because then all you do is just die so fast. Another attempted mine drop. I'm not even sure if it's gonna matter that much, the fact that the mine drop isn't working though. The main issue really is just, wait, did the Raven down? I think it did, yeah. The main issue here is that Clem's just up 20 supply, and now it's going to be pushing up here. Reynor's not quite ready. 71 workers, really low worker count. Big mineral income though, which is going to be nice. Gets a hit on a bunch of these morphing banelings. Of course, not going to help too much, as these morphing banelings are still going to end up finishing. Now we have a massive flank coming in, and this is just the issue. Usually this would be a run-by army, but on this map it's so difficult to get run-bys going. We'll get a cleanup, but this... No, he actually doesn't get a cleanup. This base is just gonna die. Oh, Reynor. Oh, Reynor. Oh, no. We'll get a cleanup, or a semi-cleanup. Now Clem starts dropping on the high ground. He has an army moving towards the left. Oh, Reynor, don't get tricked by this drop moving onto the high ground. You know what's gonna happen, buddy. You know what is going to happen. Mine shots are connecting with these links as well. Ay. Absolute pain. Actually, absolute pain. This hatchery gets taken down as well. And this queen... Oh, queen also gets taken out, actually. Nice micro. Very good control here out of Clem. I mean, once he hits to... Oh my god. Good control. I thought it was gonna hit like twice. I was just waiting for the boom. Once he gets 2-2, like... I'm just having such a rough time here, seeing how Reynor survives. Like, this next push already is going to be really hard. But you know what's going to be even harder than this push? Is the push after this and the push after that. Because Clem's not gonna stop. And there's no creep anymore over here. And the mine count is gonna keep growing. And the upgrades are gonna keep coming. And more... Oh my god, this is a great start of a fight here for Reynor. Holy crap, this was an easy fight. Oh boy. That was a really nice fight here for Reynor. Reynor should probably be droning up at this point. This was the time where he can say, hey, I have one opportunity here, and I think I should be droning up. Oh, instead he gets a massive hit on the links in the face. He wants to go for a big counterattack. The problem is that there's just plenty of units to deal with counterattacks. I think Reynor might be overestimating his position a little bit, but how can he? He's on 65 workers. 60 army supply. Infestation pit is on the way. These Marines are once again, at least some of them will survive. Will these get dropped? Yep, of course they will get dropped. Why do I even ask? They once again get picked up as well. Didn't even doubt Clem there. 5th base most likely is going to fall for a second time, as we have a rather massive army moving in there. Decent amount of mines as well. Here comes Clem. We'll be able to target down this hatchery very rapidly. Banelings are not ready yet. Good split on the mines, and boom, the base goes down. 180 supply against 150. 5th base is already landed. 6th base is on the way. It's going to be an orbital most likely. 8 barracks are done. Reynor's position is so poor right now. He just doesn't have anything. He doesn't have the tech. There's no lurker then on the way. There's no infestation pit on the way. Or sorry, there's an infestation pit. There's no hive on the way. The hive now starts. This just isn't really looking good. We have a potential run by here for Reynor. Let's see if Clem's paying attention. Oh yeah, Clem is paying attention. Clem is definitely paying attention. He's going to burrow a bunch of these mines. Get some hits. Can we get... Oh my god, none of these mines are actually shooting. Now we'll get a couple of hits. Or well, at least with the Marines, not really with the mines. This army here, the top gets completely cleaned up for free. So that was very sloppy out of Clem. Mine hits are connecting as well though. And Clem is marching to... what perhaps might be his victory. +2 carapace not yet done. These mines are going to fall before anything significant actually happens. Oh, big hit on those links as well. Good control out of Clem. Needs to be careful though that not all of his mines shoot at the small chunks of links. Clem is just gonna get a very good trade here, and I do believe that this might just be a little bit too much. 3-3 is almost done as well. So once again, Clem will have an upgrade lead. He'll have the eco lead, and he'll have the army lead. What doesn't he have to lead in? And the answer to that is perhaps he has less creep spread, but only because Clem doesn't have queens. If Clem would have queens, he'd probably also have better creep spread this game, because he's playing absolutely fabulous. 3 mines, almost died to 2 banings, but of course that's not how it works. So instead they do stay alive. Reynor's gonna try to evacuate this base, going back into 3 bases against a 6 base Terran. Usually you want to be up a base against Terran. You want to be out-mining your opponent, because your trades are always less cost efficient. Now, Reynor's trades have still been less cost efficient, but he's not mining more than his opponent at this point, and I think he might just die here. Baneling's rolling forward, will not be able to connect with any of the Marines. Infantry weapons level 3 finishes up, as does this series. This best of 5 goes in favor of Clem. That's going to be it for today. I hope you all had a great time, enjoyed it. Thanks all so much for watching. We'll see you all next time for a new video. Bye bye.